Rogers TV.
Welcome to Out of the Fog. I'm your host, Lydia Loveless. Tonight we have a very spooky treat for you. First we have Gurd Purcell of Fozen Treats & Ill, who's talking everything ice cream. Then we have Shane Mills, who's going to discuss this year's FOGFEST in November. It's going to be a spooky treat for you. We'll be right back after this break.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
And welcome back. Today I have a very fun guest with me. I have Gurd Purcell of the social media group Fozen Treats of NL, who's dedicated to finding the best ice cream and treats in Newfoundland. So Gurd, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Gurd, I have to ask you, I love ice cream. How did you get started in doing this?
Honestly, I was home one day in the shower, just having little shower thoughts, random thoughts pop in your head. And I was thinking about all these pages that have like best fish and chips, best pizza, all this stuff. So I was like, my thing was ice cream. I loved ice cream. So I was like, I'm going to create my own Facebook group called Fozen Treats of NL. So I got out of the shower, got dressed, came downstairs, and right away got onto Facebook and created the group. And just started from there.
That's amazing, and your following has increased overnight because I follow you, and for the right reason. So, how many followers do you currently have? Do you know?
Right now, I have about 4,500 people following me on Facebook, and then I have just over 1,000 people on TikTok.
That is amazing, and I love seeing all your videos and everything that you're doing. So, do you just do Metro Avalon area? Do you do all over the island?
That's mostly where I'm based. I live in CBS, so anywhere, it's not unnormal for me to just go for a random drive 45 minutes away or an hour. So I usually keep to St. John's, Mount Pearl, CBS, but usually a couple weekends, you have to kind of make it out around Bay Roberts area, and I always need to stop into the Loop Convenience on Salmonair Line. So we always make it a trip to go to Salmonair Nature Park, and after park we go down to get the 24 flavors of soft serve.
Oh, that's my favorite. And so, starting this and promoting, local businesses. So is that what initially started you, or just your love for ice cream?
Just my love for ice cream, and just knowing that there was these other nostalgic items like just the classic strawberry shortcakes that people die for and stuff like that. And there was a lot of places that are making them, but people didn't know about it. So I'm just trying to share the knowledge and be like, hey, did you know you can get this here? Did you know you can get this here? And a lot of places that people don't really know of because they're out of the way, they're little corner stores and stuff like that.
That's right. And so what type of support or response have you gotten from, the local businesses that you support?
Oh, it's great. I've been great with the owners and stuff like that. I've made a few friends with a few owners along the way. Some I haven't met, but I love everybody.
And you're promoting them and showing, like you said, there were some, that I didn't even realize were in Newfoundland. So I guess a lot of your viewers have the same reaction.
Yes, a lot of people get a lot of wow reactions and stuff to hey, did you know that this place out in Bottlewood sells all these amazing ice creams, or Grand Falls, Windsor is there's 3 or 4 really great spots out there to make great ice cream, and people don't really realize it. People just think, St. John's is the city, and that's where you're going to find the best spots.
Right. And your son, Patrick, helps you quite a bit as well.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about how you guys do this together.
Well, obviously, he's always with me anywhere I go, so always if I stop for ice cream, he's like, oh, Dad, what am I getting too, right?
He loves ice cream like his dad.
Yes, just a little extra incentive, to okay, we're going to go out and try out this place because this place has a new item that we want to try. And he's like, well, I'm coming too, Dad.
That is awesome. And, it's always a good bonding experience, especially with a sweet treat.
Yes.
And so what's his favorite flavor?
Patrick is pretty plain Jane when it comes to ice cream.
Oh, is that right?
Patrick just likes twist. We go to Berg's or something like that. He'll get a scoop of ice cream, or he'll get just a twist cone. He don't get any toppings, he don't get any sauce. He's pretty plain when it comes to ice cream.
And so do you do this as like a family thing, or is it just you and Patrick?
Oh yes, it's me and Patrick and my fiance Katie. She's usually along with us too.
And she also helps, you know, on the admin side of things.
She's usually my picture taker of all the ice creams. You don't really see her face very much, but she's there along the way.
That's excellent. And you know, with regards to Patrick being the plain Jane, as you say, what's your favorite flavors?
Favorite flavors for me right now, I'm really into turtle cheesecake from a place called Cove Creamery.
Oh!
So there's a lady named Elizabeth Dix who lives down in Portugal Cove, and she does all this out of her house. She makes all of her own ice cream, and she stocks it at Elaine's Convenience in Portugal Cove and Simply for Life on White Rose Drive.
Oh.
And sometimes she's at the Postmaster's Bakery down on Military Road as well. She's unfortunately done for the season now, but she makes a turtle cheesecake that was just like the old Moo Moos from years ago.
Yum, that was my favorite.
And all her ice creams are handmade. She makes everything right down to the cream base.
And you rank all of the ice cream and shops that you visit. So what is the ranking criteria? Like, how do you say this is good ice cream versus this is not so great?
It's all based on the different kinds of ice cream, really, based on what shops offer, because some shops only offer like hard serve. For me, it's always soft serve. Like I like all ice cream, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to hard serve ice cream, it's usually probably my last on the list to pick.
Yeah.
I like soft serve made into sundaes, stuff like that. And some places have different soft serves than the others. Some are more creamier, some are more of like a thicker ice cream. So like, it's kind of hard to base things on that. So like, you have like Lars ice cream cones, like the Newfoundland Embassy downtown. They kept that going, so like they're kind of in a league of their own. But then also you have Rising Tide out in Harbour, Maine.
Yes.
And their soft serve is unlike anywhere else you would get it. Their soft serve is so creamy, and it's just, you will not find their soft serve anywhere else. So like some places just like, they have their own soft serve and nobody else has that, so you can't beat it.
It's like a secret recipe or something. Like you said, they're all handmade, which is amazing. And like I told you, I love ice cream.
Yeah.
So what would you say are your top 5 favorite spots?
Definitely Cove Creamery. I always go back to Cove Creamery. I have so much appreciation for Elizabeth, because a lot of other places, it's just like an ice cream mix you put into a machine, and
there's no heart into it.
Yeah,
hey?
right. Elizabeth goes down to every little bit. She toasts her coconut for everything. She gets locally sourced rhubarb for making her strawberry rhubarb ice cream. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into it, so I really appreciate that. And you have places like Harbour, Maine, because those guys brought back nostalgia for like the buried treasures and strawberry shortcakes, jets, all that kind of stuff. And so they're one of my top 5. And we have Kennedy's Store in CBS. They're a little bit out of the way on Anchorage Road. You kind of don't really pass them.
Right.
But
yeah, but I wasn't familiar with that one. I have to try that out.
And Jody there makes a lot of her own sundaes. She makes her own strawberry shortcakes as well. And she also does this chocolate Nutella frozen slice. It's almost like Cool Whip cheesecake. Like, it's very creamy.
My mouth is salivating.
So she has,
Keep going.
She has her own. And then, who else do I have? Well, I have the Parlour in St. John's. I love the Parlour. They're gelato. Gelato's a little bit different than ice cream. It's just that it's a little less fat content and stuff than regular ice cream.
The first time I actually tried gelato was in Italy, actually, and I thought it was, like you said, it's a little bit different than ice cream, but I do love it, so I have to go to the Parlour.
A lot of it is made with like a lot of fresh fruit, fresh ingredients and stuff like that. I found it to be more flavorful.
Ooh.
Now that's when it comes to a hard scoop, that's where I'm going. I love to go to the Parlour for gelato. And they're open all year, and they're open 8 a.m. in the morning. So sometimes you'll see me in there at 9:30 in the morning, and I'm not getting
your ice cream
I'm
fix.
not getting a coffee. I'm getting a scoop of ice cream. Yeah.
That is excellent. And so, any other ones that you love?
And well, Berg's is
Always Berg's. Yeah.
always Berg's. Berg's was sentimental to me. There was somewhere that my grandfather always took me as a kid and stuff. We'd go out to Topsail Beach for fires and stuff like that. And I'd say to my grandfather, like, oh, you know, I got to go up to the gas station. I got to go use the washroom. And we come out to the gas station and I'd be like, oh, look, Pop, there's Berg's. And so every time I was like, okay, well, let's go get an ice cream. So it's great now that I get to do that with my son.
I was going to say, and Patrick must love going with you, yeah. So have there been any treats or flavors that surprised you that you didn't think you probably would like?
This year, ice cream nachos was really popular.
Oh, what's that?
A lot of places are doing ice cream nachos, so you get, some places you can get soft serve, or you could get a scoop of hard ice cream, and it comes with these little waffle nacho chips. Some places you can do different toppings, different sauces, nuts, whipped cream, and everything. So pretty much you have ice cream, but it's nachos. So you take your little chip and you dip it in your ice cream, and it comes with a little bit of sauce, and there you go.
That's amazing. So have you ever considered opening your own ice cream shop?
It's definitely something that's been on my mind.
You're the expert.
Yes, I'm always searching places, different shops, different like what places are doing. I have so many different ideas in my mind that I feel like if I opened an ice cream shop, it would have to be the size of Costco because I would have so many different options to choose from. But I would definitely want to do that. It would be something maybe I would have to offer different options, different weeks, because there are some things that I see on social media and stuff that we don't have here, and I really wish a couple places did do.
Right, and with fall and winter approaching, it's not really ice cream season. So is there, are you still looking for ice cream shops? Are you looking for other treats?
Oh, I'm always. You always got the freezer aisle in Sobeys and Dominion and all the grocery stores, because you're never without a frozen treat.
Yeah.
But places like Kennedy's Store and CBS, Rising Tide in Harbour, Maine, and like the Parlour downtown down on Military Road, they sell ice cream all year round.
Oh wow.
And there's also an orange store up in Kelligrews, up next to the Tim Hortons, and they sell soft serve, everything all year round.
So Gurd, I gotta tell you, I wish that all this ice cream talk, I wish that you had some here because I'm getting hungry.
Well, it's funny enough you say that because I brought a nice cooler full of ice cream with me today.
No, you didn't.
So my friend Jody at Kennedy's Store helped me out today, and
wow, thanks, Jody.
offered some samples. So we got caramel sundae with twist ice cream and score bits.
Oh my heavens.
And I got a twist ice cream and chocolate sauce and Oreo. And I've got, do you remember the screw balls from years ago with the bubble gum in the bottom?
Yes.
So yeah, I have the screw balls here with the bubble gum in the bottom.
Wow.
And I have mini eggs and chocolate sauce with vanilla ice cream.
Wow.
And this one is a newer one that Jody's made, but it's my favorite, caramel log.
Ooh.
Those little
it's
tunics,
like billet logs?
The caramel logs, like the chocolate bars.
Oh, right.
So that's got a little cut up caramel log on top of it.
Amazing.
And everybody always goes crazy for these guys. That's the strawberry shortcakes.
Oh.
With the strawberry center.
My favorite.
Oh,
my
I love these.
Goodness, that is amazing. I won't lie, I have to try some.
So Jody always keeps a freezer full. When you go into her store, you turn left. She has a little cooler full of all different made treats with different kinds of chocolate bars, O. Henry, Kit Kat. And she also has like flavored soft serve as well. So her machine does different flavors like butter pecan or strawberry or blue raspberry or banana.
Wow.
So she has a lot of sundaes already pre-made there, ready to go that you can just grab in her freezer. But you can also get any of those sundaes made right at the counter, fresh out of the machine.
Excellent. And so I have to ask, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook and on TikTok, and I'm just Frozen Treats of NL.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Gurd, so much. And look at all these treats. I'm going to go and have some myself now.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this break. And welcome back. Today we have a very spooky guest with us today. We have Shane Mills of Grind Mine and FOGFEST NL. Shane, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I can't think of a better titled show to come on and promote FOGFEST.
Exactly. And so Shane, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company, Grind Mine.
Yeah, so I am a filmmaker here in St. John's, and Grind Mine is a production company that myself and my friends started about 7-ish years ago. Time is very foggy. But we specialize in horror. Earlier on, when we started out as, when we started filmmaking, we kind of come from a very DIY background. We didn't go to film school, we kind of just learned in our backyard. And when we did that, we're all big horror fans, so one of the best things about Newfoundland is that, you have all this fog, you have the roaring Atlantic, you have woods everywhere. So it was like, how can a bunch of guys? Yeah, exactly. How can a bunch of guys with no money make horror films? Well, there was a lot that was provided to us right there. So that was 7 years ago. We've been making our way through the industry. We have a TV series now, A Newfoundland Nightmare, The Hag, and we're kind of working towards a feature film and a bunch of other cool, spooky stuff.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I'm a big horror fan. So,
nice.
Having you here to promote FOGFEST. So can you tell our viewers what FOGFEST is a week-long event, is that right?
Yeah, so, when we started making horror films as a crew, we sort of saw that there's just a ton of community support for horror here. There are a lot of horror fans in Newfoundland, and again, the place is just I like to think that it really is a hub for spooky. Being one of the oldest cities in North America, the just absolutely dreadful weather we have, we were like,
That's scary.
Yeah, right? So there's a place for it here. And then when, Grindmind started making films and we started visiting film festivals as our work kind of sort of got on the circuit, we were like, this belongs at home. Why has nobody done this yet? So we did, and we are in our 4th year now. This is the 4th FOGFEST, happening this November 7th to 12th.
And, with regards to FOGFEST, is there a theme for this year?
So I think with the theme for FOGFEST, it's really about, a tidal wave of terror is what we always call it. We are in spooky season right now in October, but I'm a firm believer and a big proponent that Newfoundland is spooky all year long. So we kind of call it the last tidal wave of terror of spooky season in November.
I love that.
And the idea is really to, celebrate genre within Newfoundland and its culture, as well as filmmakers and filmmaking. And we're very fortunate to have a great lineup of performances, workshops, and obviously films, and a lot of visiting filmmakers and industry professionals that are going to come and experience, what Newfoundland has to offer.
So what type of, screenings or features that we can expect for this year? Yeah,
so I think we've got 8 feature films. We've got about 50 plus short films. We also have performances. For example, on opening night, we have a performance by the Femme Fatales, which are, Newfoundland's non-binary slime drag queens, very appropriate for what we do and fit our vibe. We have a launch party at the Rock House, which is going to bring in music from local bands The Hag, The Order of the Precious Blood, and Legends, The Satans, as well as horror trivia and a bunch of cool prizes, including our FOGFEST beer coming from Dildo Brewery called Bloodthirst, which is maybe a little aggressive, but I think it sounds super cool. And as for screenings, screenings are going to start from Friday to Tuesday at the Majestic Theater. Our opening night is Puppet Killer from Lisa Oveas, who is a filmmaker from BC, who was actually here for a pop-up we did for Women in Horror earlier in the summer, so it's great to have her back. Then on Saturday, there are short blocks throughout the week, but I'm just going to try and name some of the features I can think of on camera, offhand. We've got Frankie Frico, which is a very cool cult puppet horror film. And then on Saturday, we also call that Splatterday night. So generally, we reserve Saturday night for the Gorehounds. We've got a film called Dark Match, which is a super gory wrestling film that's, it stars Chris Jericho and Stephen Ogg, and we have the director Lowell Dean, as well as some of the cast and crew out for a Q&A on that. Sunday, we have shorts blocks in the afternoon. We have a special presentation that I'm particularly excited for. And again, I had to plug it and call it Sunday Bloody Sunday. Sunday evening, we have a special presentation of My Bloody Valentine, the cult classic slasher that was filmed in Cape Breton.
Favorites.
Yeah, and we are screening the director's cut, which includes 3 to 4 minutes of footage that was too gory for the theatrical release, and we have the director, George Mahilka, in attendance, who's going to be doing a Q&A as well. And real quickly, on Monday, I have a movie that I can't say because the title would be bleeped in the afternoon. In the evening, a feature called Rats, and then on Tuesday, a very cool feature film called Scarlet Blue that is from a French filmmaker who is also going to be in attendance, hopefully.
Wow.
It's a very diverse lineup. The very cool thing about horror and about genre is that, like, it's not just gory, scary things, right? Like, horror fans are very, you know, like, their tastes are very wide, right? You've got horror comedy, you've got psychological stuff, you do have the gore, you know, you've got the schlocky, and you've got the sort of like finer sides of horror as well. So we take a lot of pride in trying to make a program that is really, you know, there's something for everybody in there. And obviously, I've definitely missed a few things, but fogfest.ca is where you'll find the full lineup.
So this is a week-long event. I have to ask because, you know, you have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
How long does this take to plan and then execute?
So ducks in a row is definitely not the case. My ducks are like over there and here.
What was it they say is like a wandering squirrel?
Yeah, basically. Every day I write half an email and get distracted by something else. But we're very lucky to have a very good team. Myself, John Carter, who's our programming director, and Justin Buda-Wiseman, who is our operations director. Pulling off a festival at this scale certainly is a lot of work. It's a year-long event for us. Submissions usually open in January, so then we're, you know, reviewing submissions and promoting the festival throughout the year. And in particular, this year and last year, FOGFEST has scaled up quite a bit. This year, we're very fortunate to have the support of the arts communities, Arts NL, Celebrate NL, and the Year of the Arts program through the government. So we've been able to expand FOGFest from not only this 1 week in November, but we have several pop-ups throughout the year as well to sort of just keep it in everybody's mind that, hey, even though we're having that like 2 days of nice weather in the summer, there's still horror right around the corner.
And have there been any challenges or things that you didn't think that you'd face?
I think the biggest challenge is definitely we want to get as many people here as possible, and travel to an island can be very difficult. Like, for example, the filmmakers from France, it's like there's just no way to get here quickly. And, you know, that sort of logistical thing is really, I would say, the biggest challenge, but that's kind of also what makes the place unique, is that, you know, once you do get here, you're sort of in this enclosed, spooky, weird little world. So, you know, a lot of the filmmakers, while they're really excited to have their film playing, they're also excited to come and experience Newfoundland.
And speaking about Newfoundland, you know, how does it feel that you can bring FOGFest to Newfoundland and represent the island in that way?
This is like a huge thing for me because, you know, when we started out as filmmakers in Grandmind, I mean, we wouldn't even call ourselves filmmakers for the first several years, right? It was like, oh, we're not really filmmakers. And then you get a TV show and you start doing things and you work on other shows and you're like, I guess I am. So for me to bring FOGFest to Newfoundland is really, you know, what's special about it is that I'm trying to show the younger generations, the next wave of filmmakers, that there is really a place for horror culture and celebration here on an island. I think that in a place that fog outweighs, you know, laundry on a clothesline on a sunny day by like 100 to 1. I think it's something that we should be celebrating more, and that we should be really taking that as an advantage over a lot of places. Even with FOGFest last year, we have visiting filmmakers who came for the last year's festival and now want to start productions here as well. So if there's anything that FOGFest can do, it's hopefully inspire the next generation to make your films. There's a place for them to play, and you know, I think that would be, if I can do that, then that's as good as it gets.
And how important is, you know, FOGFest for upcoming filmmakers and producers?
I think it's a great opportunity to, just connect. We're also, when we are doing our programming, we try and strike a balance of established filmmakers, but also giving opportunities to the up-and-comers. And one of the major things that, you know, we're lucky to have the support of various organizations and sponsors is that we are doing a lot of industry workshops as well. So like there's opportunity for people who are, you know, no matter your skill level, to come and learn from people who are making it in the industry. This year we are going to have a pitch roundtable with some of the biggest producers in genre in Canada, and that'll be an opportunity for local filmmakers to sit and connect and in like a speed dating style of 15 minutes to pitch your idea, connect with these people. These are opportunities that, you know, we wish we had for many, many years. So to be able to offer that stuff, and you know, like I mentioned Dark Match and Lowell Dean, who's also very well known for the movie Wolf Cop. He's going to be doing a workshop on writing and directing. We have, you know, for women who are interested in getting into genre, horror has, you know, unfortunately been a very slanted, male-dominated world. We want to increase that diversity. Even in our programming, we make sure that we include as much female filmmaking as possible. So one of the things that we're going to have this year as well is a coffee and conversation with women working in genre, where people can go and in a relaxed environment connect and ask questions and sort of learn about, sure, the obstacles, but also the opportunities in that world as well. So, you know, I think that's all very exciting for anybody who's looking to get into filmmaking, who might have an interest specifically in horror filmmaking. We're really glad to provide it.
And what are the dates again?
November 7th to the 12th. Launch party on the 7th. 8th to the 12th screenings at the Majestic. Workshops will be taking place in the afternoons during the 8th to the 12th. And because I kind of forgot about it, there's also the FOGFEST sideshow. So the sideshow is going to be on Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 7 p.m., 1 to 6 p.m., and that's going to be an event at the Well Room that's going to feature a bunch of very cool artists and local vendors, as well as creepy circus acts, because why not?
Why not?
Why not?
That's great, Shane, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited.
All right, see you in the fog.
Yes, and we'll be right back after this break. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode. First, I want to thank Gurd Purcell, who brought in these delicious treats. And we want to thank Shane Mills with FOGFEST Newfoundland. Until next time, much love. Five, 4, 2.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
For me, it all started here.
I do my best work here.
Scores! Oh my goodness! This guy's dangerous from here, here, and here.
We're watching history in the making here.
Are you watching this?
And our fans are up here. I'm here for it. It's all about what's up here and what's in here.
Sportsnet, here for hockey.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Do people come to watch you
perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work? Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes.
Are you a professional baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
This fall on Rogers TV, we'll be airing your RNC Compassion in Action.